What a fantastic day today. Hello. I'll bet you're wondering who the heck I am. Well, if you haven't already figured it out by just looking at my username, I'm fake Justin Scard. That's right, fake Justin Scard. You see, several years ago, I was looking up some videos to try to find out some information on a ride from Disneyland. Something to show my kids since they'd never been there. I grew up in LA, so I went every year. I thought I pretty much knew everything there was to know about Disneyland. Boy, was I wrong. Well, since then, I've come to appreciate everything that Justin Scard has come to be, has come to offer, and come to show. So I thought, you know what? What's the best form of flattery but imitation? So here I am. Now, many of you probably noticed that here very recently, Mr. Scard has managed to take a little trip from Los Angeles, California, all the way to Chicago and back again. Now, as I'm making this video, it is now Sunday, June the 11th, so he hasn't quite made it to Chicago yet. However, one of the places he stopped in, or one of the states I should say he stopped in, was in Oklahoma. My home. Yeah, he found a few places out there that I had actually mentioned as suggestions for him to look at. I thought I was rather nifty. So now I am going to go take a little trip. I'm going to go visit the places he visited. Specifically, my target is Chelsea, Oklahoma. Now, you may have noticed in the same video that Justin visited the Big Blue Whale in Claremore. He also then stopped in Chelsea and left his little mark on the underground walkway that goes under Route 66. Why shouldn't I as well? And as I was thinking about this little venture, I said to myself, fake Justin Scard, you know, there may come up a little problem. You see, you don't have a lot of time, and Chelsea's a couple hours away. How do you plan on doing this? And I said back to myself, well, remember what Justin Scard would do. He'd just do it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. It's just a little past, actually, I'm sorry, it's just almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. I'm in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and I'm going to head to Chelsea. But we'll have to make a little stop first. Food and an SD card. An SD card? Yes, that's right, an SD card. You see, this is going to be a long drive, so I thought I'd try a little something to entertain myself along the way. You see, in order to really appreciate the trip and to enjoy myself, why not enjoy it with a little Justin Scard along the way?
I don't even care because I'm so excited. Look at that, a homemade whale built in the early 90s.
No, although I am a fan of Justin, there are still a few things that we have in common and a few things that we have in difference. Such as, I too am divorced. I too have children. Hi kids, love ya, miss ya. I too absolutely love going to Disneyland. I love everything there was about LA, all the trivia, all the history, all over the place. I love to travel. I've never been out of the country, but I'd like to one day. And let's face it, we're both a couple of man-children. But unlike Justin, I, however, can eat gluten. Gluttony. Okay, we're on the road right now. We're traveling on a different highway than Route 66, I'm afraid to say. You see, to get from Stillwater to Chelsea requires that I drive through Tulsa. And although I probably could drive all the way to Route 66 in order to reach Tulsa, that part doesn't make much sense. And based on some of the things that Justin talked about in between Oklahoma City and Tulsa, they would all be way out of the way between me and our final destination. So, I'm just going to stay on what is now Highway 51, State Highway 51, reach Tulsa, and then hit Route 66. Now, you'll probably remember in part of Justin's video, when he reached Tulsa, he didn't do much. You saw him reaching the border, and then he hit a hotel, and then did the soda challenge. By the way, Justin, props to you, man. I don't think there's any way in the world I would have drank ranch soda. But either way, here we go. Now, you can probably hear Justin talking in the background. That's that video. I'm listening to the words. No worries. I'm not watching the video. That would be distracted driving, and that's a no-no, boys and girls. That right there. That is the main part of downtown Tulsa that you see off in the distance. Lots of buildings, lots and lots of tall buildings. Probably a lot different than what you're used to seeing in Los Angeles, for the most part, because, well, up until very, very recently, Oklahoma didn't really have to worry about earthquakes. But that's a whole different story. Okay, we are now on Route 66. So this is pretty much where Justin drove, which is pretty neat, considering it was only, what, a week or so ago? That's pretty awesome. I'm driving where Justin drove. Hee-hee! I know there's a bunch of other people over here wondering, why the heck is this moron recording stuff while he's driving? Especially since he's having to hold it with his hand. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't say that. But I just don't have a fancy holder. Oh well, let me go ahead and drive safely now. Claremore, Oklahoma. Claremore is where we have that Will Rogers Museum that Justin stopped and looked at. Ironically, it's also where my daughter was born. We lived in Tulsa at the time, and her mother's doctor moved to Claremore, so we drove all the way from Tulsa to Claremore, which is about a half an hour drive, roughly, whenever it was time for my daughter to be born. And that was a heck of a drive, by the way, at the time. It was much less stressful this time around, I must admit.
Now antiques and market. Kind of drizzly over here now. Wow, it's still open.
Now, I had to stop here for a moment. I had to pull over because I saw an interesting sign. Something that maybe some of you viewers may recognize briefly. Not the sign itself, but what the sign references. Look at that white sign right there. Ed Galloway's Totem Pole Park. Gee, let's take a look, shall we? Now the road here is pretty hilly, I've noticed. Lots of ups, lots of downs. We will only have 4 miles to go before we reach Ed Galloway, so surely it can't be that bad, right? I actually made it. I actually made it to Ed Galloway's Totem Pole Park. Not that it matters a whole lot to me because I never even knew it was here until Justin. But thanks to Justin, I now know. This is completely awesome. Looks like you can pretty much park anywhere you darn well please. Awesome. Wow. Let's check this out, shall we? People sitting out here in the home, just sitting on the back porch, just enjoying themselves, and a little wiener dog looking at me. Let's see if the wiener dog's friendly, shall we? Well, they told me the totem pole is plenty open, so let's take a look, shall we? But the gift shop is closed. That is awesome. Wow. No, he went inside, so we're definitely going to go inside too. Definitely. Let's take a look. There's a sign he showed. Yeah, I like that. I'm focusing more on Justin than I am the actual totem pole itself, but I should probably focus more on the fact that this is an awesome place. Oh, and look, there is the hole through the ceiling. Oh, what it would be like to go up there. That would be absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh my goodness. Huh. Wow. Right out here, I walked right by it. It was an arrowhead. Not quite as tall. And of course, the tree. Now, you might remember, of course, we talked about the fiddle house, which looks like it's over here. We'll just take a look, at least around the outside. Oh, look at that. I don't remember mentioning the fact this looks like it was used as a fire pit or a barbecue or something. That is absolutely a trip. Check that out. Yeah, I think that freaked me out. If I were young. I don't remember looking at that one either. So this is what she said was closed, which is fine. That's the fiddle house is closed. It's a Sunday, so go figure. But there is at least what we hopefully can see through the window. I can't see a thing. But it looks like you can see a little bit more than I can. Cool. I hoped to be able to give a donation because it looks like it says it's maintained by donations and sales. But she's no longer sitting on the porch, so I can't give a donation anymore. That is too. Oh, here we go. No, there it is. There's a little sign for donations. See there? Good. I shall give a donation. They were nice enough to allow me to come by. Let's see if I can slip that in there. There we go. Fantastic. Now I am happy. Honestly, when I made this little journey, or started this little journey, I did not anticipate starting here. Or stopping here, excuse me. And you know what? In that video, Justin mentioned foil. This is supposed to be in foil. He mentioned that place that was being redeveloped or whatever. But then again, like I said before, it is Sunday, so chances of it being open at this point are pretty slim. I guess onward to Chelsea. Unfortunately, there was a very, very large, slow-moving train going across the tracks that prevented me from being able to reach the pedestrian stop. So there was a gas station here. It's called Casey's General Store. You can see that. Nice little place. Now, Justin told you if you ever stop in Chelsea, look for his name in the pedestrian, in the underpass, which we're going to do. I say, stop at Casey's General Store. Get some gas, use the restroom like I had to. Get yourself a little something to eat, something to drink. They're nice folks in there. You know, it's kind of a funny story here. I leave the gas station. I'm getting ready to wonder how in the world I find wherever in this city that place was. That underpass was. And you know what? I decided to play the little video. After all, I had it here. And you might be able to see. Right there. There's Justin. There's that building right over there. And some other building right behind him. And I'm looking at that, trying to figure out where those buildings are. And lo and behold, as I'm looking around, looking at this video, what do I happen to stumble on? take a look, folks. There are buildings, which means there's the underpass. I don't know if you can see it, but there was a sign on the side of it. If it had been a snake, it'd have bit me. Tell the saying, historic underpass. So, I'm going to go back into my little fake Jimothy. Or Jim, what did he call his car? For his Route 66 trip, he called it, oh my gosh. I keep thinking Jimberly. No, that's the Indian. Come on, fake Justin, think. Jiminy, yeah, as in Jiminy H. Cricket, yeah. All right, I'm gonna need 2 hands to open this up. These are my markers, because I am gonna put my name right next to his. Took me long enough to get to this point. Good golly, Miss Molly. All right, come on. One-handed opening up a package. Got to be 10% smarter than the equipment you're working with, right? That's what they say. All right, here we go. There we go. Marker in hand. Make sure I locked up my car. Here we go. Here we go. We are Chelsea. Fine. Of Justin. Who knows? You will 5 years from now. But I doubt you'll ever see it while you're on this trip. But if any of you folks out there happen to see him, happen to know how to get a hold of him, and you have a bunch of you know, you mentioned how it's really slow out here. I'm seeing cars galore. Look. Oh, okay. A train blocking a bunch of us. So come on, let's go take a trip down, shall we? Oh, Kevin Johnson was here. Must be here somewhere. Must be here somewhere. I know it's towards the top. Hello. There it is. We found it. And there we go. Gotta give Justin his props. So there's Justin's, and there's fake Justin's. Man, can you top that? Well, I did it. I came to Chelsea. I signed my name next to Justin's. The real Justin's and the fake Justin's. Can you beat that? So if any of you are coming down, look for both of ours now. I did it. Why can't you? And now, there's another train. So now I gotta sit here and watch all the stranded cars. Maybe you can enjoy them too. Yeah, I think we need to do more. Yeah, we have a 2-hour drive back to Stillwater. And there have been several places that we didn't get to see yet. You know, surely we can see at least one of them along the way, can't we? Come along. Okay, as I was driving along, I stumbled on something that I'm incredibly surprised Justin never actually mentioned. He never brought up. I will admit I was a bit surprised. So, what the heck? I'm going to go take a look. I'm going to stop by. I'm going to show you what it is. And it's right here in Claremore. You know, the same city where Will Rogers' museum was. Or is. Or, you know what I mean. So, let's take a look, shall we? Oh, look at that. Look familiar, folks? Look a little like something you might have seen Justin talk about 1,000,001 times. That's right. This, in fact, is actually the Rogers County Courthouse for Claremore, but my gosh, it looks a whole lot like the clock tower, doesn't it to you? Doesn't it? Justin, how could you not have talked about this? I don't know, Justin. Maybe you'll get it on the way back. Are you going to talk about it on the way back? Are you? I guess only time will tell. Okay, we've arrived. Come, let's see what else we can see. That's right, we've reached the whale. Come, let's take a look. Let's see some of the things that weren't mentioned last time. A bunch of different articles. Probably all the stuff where he learned everything. Betcha. Hey. Go ahead. Take a look. Oh. Let's see.
Okay, so we're talking about graffiti along Route 66 and on our public places open to people to come enjoy. We have had a big problem with graffiti. I spend a lot of my time cleaning up graffiti. This is what I've been doing. Primer to cover it up, graffiti to remove what can be removed. So everyone would appreciate very much if people would not graffiti the inside of the blue whale or anywhere else along our highways or in our public places. It's there for everyone to enjoy, not to vandalize.
You see that? So when you saw the video and you saw Justin in there and he did not write his name, that's why.
You want a public place to vandalize or graffiti? You want a graffiti wall? Petition to your city council. I'm sure if you get enough people to sign your little petition, they will make a graffiti wall where you guys can do whatever you want.
That's actually a pretty darn good idea.
Well, thank you very much for
No
your
problem.
help, Davis family.
Now, something that young lady just told me was that right outside there are some park benches. Those are free to ride on all you want. They put those there so that you don't ride on the whale. Well, got a little bit. Let's see what I can do here. Oh my goodness. Gotta find room. Alright, let's see. Gotta do this one too. Gotta do this one too. To think, Justin Scars down to ride in this area. He got to visit here. Now check this out. How many of you actually get the step where the Justin Scar got the step? He walked through all the stairs. He went upstairs. He saw the fins, the slides. He showed all of you about that. Over here to the open part of the whale. Holy cow, look at that huge lake. Well, maybe not big to some people's legs, but big enough for me. You walked over here to the tail. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Here's something he didn't show you. Here is the tail end on the bottom where there's a ladder you can see, so that when you dove off, you can climb back up inside. Now, he climbed up on the tail. He can't outdo this. I have to. If I'm going to be a fake Justin Scard, I got to climb up the ladder, right? Now, let's see if I can do this. Boy. There's no handrails. So, ooh, now here's hoping not to fall into the water. More riding I see. Lots of people riding on, see, people riding on the tail. Tisk tisk. Oh, here, see? All the things that you can see. There's the drop he was talking about. That's much bigger than I thought it was in the video. How much higher, I mean. Boy, old man like myself, you get a lot more careful about where you go and how you do it. Hey, I'm gonna stop this while I climb down. I just went up and nothing up top to grab onto. Now you can see why both of us were concerned. Okay, aside from the creakiness of the wood, it seems pretty sturdy. It just sounds more creaky but feels solid enough. Oh, wasp. I don't like wasps. Here's the ladder to the main part. Again, nothing up there to grab onto. Well, Justin, if you can do it, I can do it. Okay, I made it. Oh, lots of writing. Now it's a primer where I can see where that young lady took care of a lot of the graffiti. Goodness. So I'm guessing Justin didn't write up here. Therefore, I'm not going to write anything in addition. What in the heck is this? Oh, looks like one of those eggs with glitter in it and got cracked inside. Oh, good luck sweeping that up. Oh, so this was clearly electrified. I think Justin mentioned that before. There's the inside of the ball cap. Oh, portholes. Out the lake. Yay. Okay, so I got to be where Justin was. Yeah. And you know what? The wood up here is a lot less secure than it was up on the tail. And what you can't tell is this ladder, I think, goes straight up and down, but when you're on it, it feels like it's leaning backwards. It's not. It just feels like it is. Either that or I'm just really fat and old. I don't know, but either way, oh boy, down I go. Okay. Ooh, what a trip. So, we did it. We did something just bobbed in the water. Well, we did it. Exactly what we set out to do. Kind of hard to believe I actually did it. Something. But never actually did. Never could. That's a whole story for a whole fantastic. I enjoyed myself. I don't remember that. Right across the street, as you can see, is the Arrowhead Trading Post. Did he mention that? Sounds familiar, but I don't remember for sure. Now I gotta watch the video again to find out. Well, either way, back to fake Jiminy we go. And you know what? That was a full day. And considering how much time it's going to take me to get back to Stillwater from here, and how much I have to do after I do get back, it's probably a good idea if I go ahead and call it a day. Wind's blowing strong today. Okay, well, that was pretty fun, gotta admit. What an adventure today. But as much as it was fulfilling and quite positive, Team Quest for Positivity, hashtag Quest for Positivity, I almost forgot to tell you guys, they don't receive tax money. They subsist purely off of donations and purchases from the gift shop. So got myself a little magnet, and because Justin, he's doing his Route 66 pins, gotta get me one too. Gonna put it on my leather jacket. Awesome. Back home. Well, that was quite the adventure, I have to say. Justin, I can definitely see why you do this on the regular. That was totally awesome. I mean, just wicked awesome. I dare say I may end up wanting to do this more often. Now, I may not be able to follow in your tracks, considering the fact that I'm all the way out here in Oklahoma. As much as I miss living in Los Angeles, here's where I call home, at least for now. But who knows? Maybe I could do something like this all throughout here in Oklahoma instead, kind of like what you do in California. The only time will tell, huh? Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for following along with me. I really appreciate it. I think that now that I've come home, I can rest and relax, and got my pin, got my Route 66 souvenir, so I can, you know, as much as I would love to say that this was going to be a wonderful video, please excuse the crudity of it. I didn't have time to build it to scale or to paint it, but I think that it serves a purpose. I think that it's something I can look back on and enjoy. And you know what? In case I do this a little more often than just once, we'll go ahead and end with a little tradition. End with a toast. A little bit of Gentleman Jack, just a little. Brand new bottle. Just a splash. To you and to a wonderful trip. Now, smooth. No, just kidding. Now that I'm home, I guess I can sleep well. Good night, everybody. Justin was down here, he got his kicks under Route 66, didn't he? I must.